Hi everybody, it's October 30th, 2018, and today's exciting episode is going to be whether a VPS or a reseller hosting account, is right for you. A lot of people getting into web hosting, they always have that question, should I get a VPS or should I get a reseller hosting plan? The answer is simple. Start with the reseller hosting plan. If you're not a pro at managing a server, go with the reseller plan. Here's why. Number one, you're going to get more for your money. Second thing, it's going to be managed. So you don't have to manage it yourself. You don't have to do updates. You don't have to deal with root access, amongst other things. You also generally get more resources, so you can put more accounts dollar per dollar. So when you're starting out, that means a lot. When you go with a VPS, you're going to have root access, which means you need to manage the server, the virtual private server, all on your own. The host of the VPS will give you limited support on it, but everything else as far as updates and whatnot, you have to handle, or you have to hire somebody to handle it for you. I certainly wouldn't recommend that option. That is for, a VPS is for somebody who has to have root access. If there's special software that needs to be installed, or they're just really familiar with the web hosting platform where they want to have that kind of access. For example, changing PHP memory values, amongst hundreds or several hundred other things you could do when you have root access. But it's for the experienced and for the pros only. If you're not experienced or not a pro at it, leave that up to the pros. When we started out 10 years ago, we started out with one VPS. And I remember, I'm going to give you a little story here. I gave my host, I'm surprised my host didn't just want to terminate services with me, because at that time it was only myself and I did not know what I was doing, and I kept calling him, sending emails, opening tickets, and he was a smaller host. He was reselling VPS services. And I just really did not know what I was doing as far as the back end. I was not that familiar with it. So I remember in the middle of the night calling him. Many times he wouldn't answer the phone. The VPS would be down. I would open tickets. It was a disaster. Reflecting back, I should have went with a reseller account, but you live and you learn. So, if it's pretty much, if you're looking for the simplest, most efficient way to host, go with the reseller plan. If you need to have root access, install special software, and you know what you're doing, or your host is willing to help you to know what you're doing, go with a VPS. I can tell you Jigsaw we do help our VPS customers, and what we find is a lot of them come along and they progress to moving upwards to dedicated servers. It's pretty much identical managing a dedicated server as a VPS. The only difference is you have a lot more space, you have a lot more memory, you have a lot more processing power, you have a lot more everything, including a lot more monthly expense. Because they're generally VPSs with cPanel. You can get them starting at around $30. Dedicated servers with cPanel installed, it's usually starting around $80, $90, $100 for a small one. So my advice to you, from my experience, start with a reseller plan. If you want to also sell reseller accounts, which is one thing you could do on a VPS, go with what's called a master reseller plan. If you start growing exponentially, and many people do, then go ahead and upgrade. But I wouldn't upgrade to a VPS. I would go ahead and upgrade to a dedicated server. So you can grow that reseller account pretty large, several hundred accounts, and then move from there to a dedicated server. I know there's a lot more to it. I just wanted to kind of give you an overview. I've been seeing on the forums a lot of people coming into this industry. They want to know, well, should I get a VPS? Should I get a reseller plan? What do I do? I always tell them go with the reseller plan. If you have any questions, if you want to know more, if you want to learn more, post them down below. If you like what I had to say, hit the like button. If you want to continue learning about our industry, web hosting, subscribe. As always, we're here for you. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm here to help each and every one of you. And that's all I have for now. Thanks. Bye.